And this coming in from Kolhapur, the Shiv Sena has ransacked 2 toll nakas out of 9 in the city, and the police could not do as much as there are a large number of protesters. And our correspondent Vidya joining us on the phone line with more details. Vidya, the Sena's goons going on a rampage. What's the reason for it, and what is the police doing?
Well, the toll issues, the fact that there are quite high tolls across the entire state of Maharashtra on many roads has been urging people, and that's the reason with elections coming by, almost every political party has been, trying to take its, trying to benefit from this kind of, there is anger among people in Kolhapur about the high tolls. That's the reason there are a large number of not just Shiv Sainiks, but also people from Kolhapur who generally wanted to, get some kind of a help. They were seen in this entire crowd. As you can see, there's hardly any police that is able to control the entire rioting goons. In fact, the number of policemen is just a handful. But certainly, there were people in Kolhapur who had come out in large numbers. And in fact, while we were speaking to people, there are about 9 toll nakas across the city of Kolhapur, and almost 2 were rampaged, and people in Shiv Sena had decided to actually, rampage some more of them before they actually decided to call it a day.
Right, Vidya, what exactly? We understand that they're protesting the toll tax, but if you could just shed more light on that issue.
There are higher tolls, but certainly these are negotiations that have been going on. A lot of people have made representations before the government, but Shiv Sena in their own style decided to take the entire issue into their hands in their typical show of strength that they always do. We did see quite a lot of these people going and ransacking the toll booths without any warning. So certainly they just think that probably with this they can certainly get some kind of mileage. We have earlier seen a lot of other Shiv Sena corporators and others also, just because they have been demanded some kind of money, they have been ransacking toll booths. But this time it was decided, a pre-planned event for them, that they had actually decided to go and ransack all the tolls who they think, because they think that these are the ones charging too much of money for the people of Kolhapur.
Absolutely, Vidya, stay with us. Let's just once again listen in to these visuals that in fact are coming in of the Sena's goons going on a rampage and destroying these toll booths. And Majid Memon, NCP leader, now joining us on the phone line with more details. This is absolutely, Mr. Memon, dismal that the Shiv Sena has been allowed to go on this rampage like this, while the police are just mute spectators as they have destroyed, completely vandalized these 9 toll booths. Mr. Memon, if you can hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, you're asking me.
Yes, sir.
See, what we are seeing on your screen is something which needs to be condemned, because see, this kind of violence, even for a good cause, can never be justified. Your means may be good, your aim may be good, but your means to achieve that aim cannot be, this kind of vandalism or violence. Now, what is the point in destroying this public property? After all, for whatever public cause that you may have been agitating, you may be very justifiably protesting something which probably you feel is incorrect, but this is not the way to do it, and I think one and all should condemn this kind of violence.
Absolutely, but what about in terms of the action that is in fact being taken by the police? As you can see these visuals on your screen, the police are just mute spectators to this vandalism that is just going on before their eyes.
No, that's right. You see, policemen are expected to work according to law. Policemen are neither the supporters or well-wishers of a particular political party. Now, unfortunately, what we see here is a few policemen in uniform also being there but it seems that they are not in a position to overpower these larger number of people who have taken to violence. But I think in a matter of few minutes, hereafter, more policemen would descend and things would be controlled. Nonetheless, during this time, this period, whatever damage is being done, I am sure Shiv Sena will have to account for it.
Absolutely, Majid Memon, NCP leader, bringing us. Thank you for speaking with headlines today. This is as the Sena's goons have gone on rampage, protesting the toll tax, but vandalizing 9 of these toll booths in Kolhapur. And our correspondent Vidya still with us on the phone line. Vidya, has the situation been brought under control, or is it still is it still prevailing?
Well, at the moment, it is still prevailing. In fact, what we are getting to know is that they're planning, the Shiv Sena are planning to go ahead and, rampage a few more. In total, there are about 9 toll nakas. So, as of now, they have only damaged 2, is what they are saying. So, as planned, they intend to go further and rampage a few more. But the people here are really just hoping that, the toll naka people who are in charge of it, they're just hoping that probably the police will, try maintaining law and order so that more damages are not further done to toll booths.
Absolutely, Vidya. And do you know if Shiv Sena will actually take any action against these workers?
Well, it doesn't seem like it as of now. What we do know is that Shiv Sena really haven't, earlier we had seen 2 corporators who had rampaged toll nakas across the state of Maharashtra. The entire party as a party had only distanced themselves instead of asking them to the corporators or those ministers to actually apologize for this kind of an event. Even now, since this is already a pre-planned thing, it doesn't seem like the senior politicals of Shiv Sena did not know about this and probably were kept in the loop while this thing really happened.
No, Vidya, if you can actually elaborate on that when you say this is a pre-planned thing.
Well, what we are getting to know is that the people in Kolhapur knew very well that something like this was going to happen. In fact, when the Shiv Sena decided to go ahead and rampage, people in Kolhapur too went all along with this, who had been complaining about high toll booths, to the toll cost of it. And that's the reason when the police also got to know of it, they tried going there, but since they were not too much aware of it, I said how many people would really turn out for this kind of a protest, they were quite understaffed and they did not have backup. Well, something like this really did, what planned is what we are getting to know of it.
Absolutely, Vidya, correspondent, thank you so much for bringing us that update. This is as the Shiv Sena's goons have gone on a rampage, vandalizing these toll booths. These visuals that you see on your screen are coming in from Kolhapur, while the cops just play mute spectators and watch these workers vandalize these toll booths. The Shiv Sena workers going on a rampage, vandalizing these toll booths, while police play mute spectators. As you can see on your screen, they're just standing there and watching while these supporters, in fact, are damaging all of these booths, protesting the toll tax. Right, our correspondent Vidya still with us on the phone line. Vidya, if you can hear me, is there any action against not the Shiv Sena, the police in Kolhapur for not taking any action and just playing mute spectators to this incident?
Well, as of now, what they are saying is they did not know about this entire protest well in advance, that they could have called us for backup. As and when they got to know that these protests were happening, they tried as much of manpower that they could collect immediately. They went there, but they certainly were short-staffed compared to the number of people who had turned out for these protests and the rampage. As of now, as we can also see in the visuals, there's just few standing there. They really could not control Even if they had shown a high-handedness, they probably would not have been able to overpower the number of people who were there. And that's the reason why they just decided to keep calm, wait for the backup, and only then they decided to go ahead with action against these people. As of now, the police is still trying to convince those people to go back and not go on a rampage further.
Absolutely. And do you know if any people have been hurt in this? Because as we've seen in Uttar Pradesh in the past, the staff has been beaten up mercilessly merely for asking for fare. So this kind of political high-handedness also being shown in Kolhapur. Do we know if there are any people that have been injured in this? And Sanjay Jha joining us on the phone line. Sanjay, this absolute display of political high-handedness is the Shiv Sena's goons going on a rampage and destroying these toll booths merely because they're protesting toll tax.
I've just seen the pictures on your channel. Violence, if you look at the Shiv Sena's history, has always been in their DNA. Whenever they want to make a statement of protest or they want to make, some kind of a political mileage, they will always resort to violence. That is dangerous. I mean, what is extremely frightening, looking at some of the pictures that you're showing, is that this is organized, this is done with a view to actually capturing, kind of media kind of visibility. And most important, they care not a wee bit for, government infrastructure. These are basically what they're destroying is a public asset. This is what the taxpayer has paid for. You see, every expenditure that is being done on the toll booths, everything that they're using to destroy it is a waste of taxpayers' money. So, I think this is a very pertinent time for everyone to ask questions of the Shiv Sena leadership in the state of Maharashtra where I live, as well as, to the Bharatiya Janata Party, which happens to be their political partners. I think it's extremely reprehensible, regrettable, and it should be strongly condemned. But you're right, find out, I hope nobody's got injured, etc. But very often why they do this kind of violence is not for any economic reason. I think the toll tax, etc. is the last thing on their mind. This is all done for a political purpose. It's to exploit the vulnerable sections of society into believing that they're fighting for them. And I hope the political leadership is condemned and they apologize for what they're doing.
Absolutely. Sanjay Jha, leader of the Congress, thank you so much for speaking with Headlines today.